Good morning, namaste. Just reporting in because I have not done a video in a long time. And so I feel like I need to update some of you all, especially some of you that are in my group on Facebook. I feel like, well, I feel it, I know. There's a lot going on right now, and when is there not a lot going on, right? But a lot of us are feeling this urgency, this countdown feeling like something's building up, right? Something's going to happen. Sorry, I have to clear my throat. Maybe I should have saged my throat. I did sage my throat earlier this morning. But anyway, I do feel like there's this sense of like build up. We need to get ready because something is building up to something's going to happen. And I could lead you down that rabbit hole. But I gotta be careful on YouTube, you know. But I don't know if I want to say a specific date and put it out there because I know the date. If you want to know the date, you can message me. But somewhere around 3 months. And I know I was shown exactly what that, around that time, that date is. We are being bombarded with lots of solar flares. Like, these energies that are coming down right now, everybody, if you're feeling heavy and tired for absolute no reason, you're like, what is going on, you know? And you're feeling strange aches in your body in different areas that, like, you're like, what the heck is this? This is coming out of nowhere. And we're just feeling exhausted. It's because the 5D energies are coming down. They're pushing this ascension process, and more people are starting to wake up because of these solar flares. And a lot of these solar flares happen because there are ships. The sun is a portal, all right? And there are ships that are coming through the portal to push these solar flares on purpose for us. And they're pushing these solar flares for us. Sorry, there's a bug in my... So, to help wake humanity up, bringing in these light codes and these downloads and stuff. And so there's a lot of activity going on with the sun, and a lot of people are feeling very high energies, but it is so strong that our bodies are feeling it, because our bodies are going to go through this ascension process as well, because we're trying to upgrade humanity. If you are heart-centered and living in your truth from the heart, and you have done the healing work and you are forgiving yourself, forgiving others, living in unconditional love space, and balancing your masculine and your feminine, you should be on the path to this ascension. And some things that I've been shown recently, or I figured out, excuse me, is that there are enough of us that are resonating in 5D at this point right now. Sky, I'm just looking up at the sky because it's absolutely incredible right now. That's why I keep looking up, and I'm looking at the sky. So we are at the point now where there's enough of us that are resonating in 5D that can carry the rest of humanity, that they're good people and they live from the heart, but they're not fully awake. It might be too late for them to wake up, or maybe parts of them are awake, but they can't quite wrap their head around a lot of stuff because of the old programming that they've been brainwashed with for so many years of their life. So those of us who are resonating in 5D, we will be carrying this collective of people that are good people. You know, they want a connection with God. They live from the heart as much as they can, even though sometimes ego can take over. Even you can be really super spiritual and be like, think you've done all the work, and you can still have ego affecting you. I don't care how long you've been on this path. I've seen people that have been on this path for a long time, and still they allow ego in to, make excuses for certain decisions that they made. And hopefully, as we get more and more into 5D, that they will wake up and realize, that, oh, hey, I guess I was acting from the ego there. And I'm not saying I'm not perfect. I have ego battles every day, So, but it's the point of recognizing it and knowing how to work with the ego or work against it or whatever, or have it take a step aside. And so you're working from the heart, not from the ego. And anyway, there's a collective of us that are going to bring the rest of the collective under our wings, pretty much. And we're going to bring them into the fifth dimension. And there's a lot of talk right now about whether the flash is going to happen or not, and if we need to have the flash happen, or I've had visions of, I have an idea of what it's going to look like and what's, but I mean, I saw this years ago, but I'm still seeing a flash of light, but that doesn't necessarily mean we need a big solar flare. The flash of light could actually be the fifth dimension coming down, and suddenly we're in this different reality, and that's what it could be. I have gone into the 5D timeline of the New Earth, and when I was doing that, via astral, when I was doing that, there is a band of light, okay, that I went through, and it was oh my gosh, it was really fascinating. But okay, so I'm going up into this timeline, and I got through, there was this band of light that I went into, and it's almost like I got not stuck, but it was kind of like I was stuck, and I was swimming in this, I couldn't get higher, and I was trying to get to this higher timeline, and I was like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh yeah, I need to use my Merkaba. Hello, I need to activate my Merkaba, because our Merkaba is a part of our energy field that acts like it can act like a spaceship, okay? It helps you move around in the other dimensions. So it's very much like your own personal spaceship. I know it's hard for some people to wrap your head around, but basically, if you imagine two triangles, one is going this way and another is going that, the other way, like on top of one another, and then they're spinning, okay, this way, that way, okay, and it's almost like two pyramid shapes. It's like, imagine it kind of like a holograph. Like there's two pyramid shapes. One is going, and that's going around your body and it's spinning, right? That is what gets you through different dimensions and, you know, different realities and timelines, whatever. So I did that. I activated my Merkaba and I was able to push through and get up to this higher timeline. And the 5D New Earth is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. The colors are so intense. And there's so many colors. Oh my gosh. And there's the greenery, lush greenery, and the skies are just an absolutely bright blue. Like everything is bright. Like it's a reality that our physical eyes we don't perceive, and so this new earth, we're able to see all these kinds of colors, and it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can feel the peace. There's no conflict. There's no conflict with ego. I mean, ego is still there. Now, just because we're in the fifth dimension doesn't mean that ego is going to go away. But we'll be able to, because we're here on Earth, people think that ego is going to go entirely away when we get to the fifth dimension. No, because I feel like a lot of us are going to still... Wow, I'm seeing a shadow of the cube, the big cube that's by the sun. That is pretty cool. I need to get a picture of it. But I'm on this right now, so all right. Well, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, a lot of people are going to be brought into the fifth dimension with things that they need to heal. They need to heal from the ego. They need to understand the ego. There's going to be a lot of teachings that's going to be needed to be done. Because a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, this is not what I thought was going to happen. They're going to be shook up a little, but it's good. We're going to hold space for them. We're going to, love them unconditionally and teach them the process of things, like, breaking away from ego and learning how to work with ego, and because I don't feel that ego is going to go away, but I do feel we'll have a much better handle on it, and we'll be living more from the heart space and from the ego, and that's the most important thing. So what else? You guys need to pay attention to the skies. There's a lot going on. I've talked about the planets. There's other planets out there that NASA is full of lies. They do not tell you everything. They have not told us anything of what's really going on since they went to the moon, okay? So, yeah, the Nibiru's getting closer and people are freaking out, and that needs to stop. Stop the freaking out, because we don't need to be afraid of Nibiru. We don't. Nibiru is here to assist us right now. We're going through a purge. And one of my videos, I had a comment earlier this morning, like that ETs are demons. He's like, you're wrong. ETs are demons, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry you have fear in your heart. He responded, but I didn't look at it because I'm not going to go there. Okay, and not all ETs are good. That is true. But why do we need to be afraid of them? Why do we need to be like, oh my gosh, demons? Oh, why? If you are full of, if you know your power, where you stand in the light and you're connected with source and you have source energy in you, why do you need to be afraid? Why? Why do you need to be like, oh, demons, oh, reptilians, oh, the Greys, oh my gosh? Why? You are more powerful than them. Knock it off. I'm sick and tired of this fear pushing. And a lot of these Christians, I'm sorry to call you out, but you need to wake up. There's so much more that you do not understand. And I love you with all my heart. But if you're going to sit there and judge me from someone who has their mind open and their third eye open, who's able to see things that you cannot see, and you're going to sit there and tell me that what the reality is, like, I'm not going to listen to you, because I have been awake all my life. I was born awake. The dog barking at me. I was born awake. I've had my third eye open all my life. It closed up for a time because of programming and conditioning. But then when I was when I turned 33, I just realized I was 33. Yeah, I was 33. 32, 33, around there. That I awoke. I had my awakening. My third eye came open again. And all these things started happening around me. I was so confused. And I'm like, oh, okay, so now I'm sensing spirits. I'm hearing voices in my head. I'm seeing, I'm getting images of beings in haunted places. Haunted places. There's hauntings everywhere. Spirits are all over the place. People don't realize that. But I'm just sick and tired of the old programming, and I'm way past that. But we need to hold space for those that are still not awake, and love them, and just you have to understand that we were once there. We were once where they were, and be sympathetic in a way, because they don't know the difference, they don't know. But if their heart is in the right place, then we need to just carry them under our wings and hope that they will join us in the new earth, and we will be with Jesus. I mean, we're going to be with Jesus. We will. All the Ascended Masters are going to be there. All of our ET families and soul families are going to be there. They're going to greet us. They're going to come down in their ships and they're going to be like, great job. They're going to be applauding us. They're going to be treating us like kings and queens, because we have done something that has never been done before. Ascending from the third dimension to the fifth and the sixth and higher. That has never ever been done on any planet ever in the galactic history. So this is why we have UFOs all over the planet right now. This is why we're being watched. Ever since 2020, they have been here watching us, because they know this is the time that humanity will ascend. Most of us anyways. Some will not. Some will not, and then they will need to reincarnate either here on Earth again, or they will go somewhere else. And, and they need to, do their ascension somewhere else, because they didn't get it. They didn't get it this time. They didn't graduate. They didn't graduate from Earth. So they'll have to do it somewhere else. But, hold space for those people because they're trying. They don't know that they're trying, but they are. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, and I love you all. And okay, so here's some advice for all these solar energies that are coming through and you're feeling exhausted. Rest when you can. Meditate. We need to be meditating more, by the way. Because the more people we have meditating and anchoring our light, expanding our light field, expanding our heart chakras, the faster this can come. And the more people will be in 5D, and it'll just happen in an instant. It's going to happen like a snap of a finger. And we're just going to be wowed. And I truly believe that's what's going to happen. So, hydrate, rest when you can, meditate when you can, love one another, stop judging one another, hold space for those who don't know any better. You know, we're all children learning to be adults on this ascension process, right? So I love you, peace, and I'll see you soon.